I totally, every time I go to pause it, I end up turning it off because I just can't see the pause. Here's my, this time I decided to do this one on a round. So let's see if we can get this, yeah. So I started up with a lot of colors, guys. Lots and lots and lots. 2 cell activators, even with a little bit of red boom gel in the cell activator. So we got these amazing cells. Most of them got pulled off. You can see some of the lacing of what we had of some of the cells. You can see them on the outside of some of these little reeds that I pulled up. These are like little stems of stalks of something. I'm trying to look at it like some kind of moonflower, although we know there's no flowers up there. But anyway, there is a flower called the moonflower, but anyway. So yeah, the cells were gorgeous, but they all got tipped off. So what I'm going to do is I'm not using so much pillow paint. We don't need it. The pillow paint, first of all, is very runny because it's hot today. Also, it's runny anyway, even though I've thickened it up so much. But anyway, I'm just moving this over so you can see all the colors, all the gold. So hopefully this will look nice when it dries. I did this on a round and I have another one. So I'm using similar colors. And in this one I did 1 swipe in white and 1 in gold and black. So let's see how those turn out. You can see the white swiped stuff of the gold. And you can see down here the more black. But those cells mostly, which were gorgeous and flawless, I had so many cells that they all got pulled off. So I'm going to make even more, but I'm going to make a lot thinner line, and I'm not going to use so much pillow paint because we don't need it. And I want to keep more than I get rid of. And I don't think I'm done with this. I think I want to play with it a little bit more. Okay, that's all for this one. Here it is. Here's all the colors. I don't know if you can see these. It's so dark. Anyway, I can't see in the light, but there's a lot of colors on here. There we are. I put it on the spinner here, which I'm still using. I'll be getting rid of this soon. I'm just using a small box and a tiny little Lazy Susan. But yeah, I don't know if you can see the colors too well. There's a lot of metallics on these. And some of this is going to get spun off, but hopefully we'll save more cells at the bottom. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. Here's my last spin out before I find something to put this on. Interesting. Well, I'll put it in better lighting. Okay, so I'm back and I managed not to turn it off. I put the light on, so you're going to see some glare from that, but hopefully you'll also see the colors better. I did not start the whole thing over to put the flash on. There's no point. You'll see them. It'll look different when they dry. Some of them will look darker, some of the blues. Some of them will look nice. I'll be probably fixing a few things here and there out of this little picky garden of reeds or alien grass. They remind me of my garden with just the weeds growing. This one is my second one. It got a bit busy. I may not keep all of that, but look how those were just little tiny like picks at the end, those long strands there. But once you stretch something out, everything gets enormous. So this was the second one, but look at, I got to keep much more of my cells, even though they're not as mixed in colors. I thought the blues just took over. The purple and the blue and the gold, the gold wasn't enough to break up. The blues were just too close together in color, some of them. But there was pink, like there's other colors there, but maybe when they dry, we'll see them better. You can see the gold kind of coming on the outside there. You can see how bright it is. So maybe you'll see that. I ran out of pillow paint for this one. And the first one, I had too much pillow paint. But the good news is when you're working on around. It's, you know, because it's a circle, it's easy to, it goes up right from the middle. There's no issue with that. And everything gets bigger, but you can also tilt it and keep some of those other colors. Oh, every time I go in that direction, there's a shadow, but you'll see. This is what they look like. They're inspired by Nikki from Australia. She's kind of a minimalist, but I'm kind of doing this. This is the one like I did the other day where I wanted a foreground. So I wanted some from the bottom and some from inside the what do you call them, cells, which you can see are densely packed at this point. So that's because they've all been spun off at the end, and you don't see the cells that these stalks came from. But I do like the idea of it. I got to clean it up a lot, but I'm in pain, but not as much as usual. It's usually because I'm sitting, I'm usually in a lot more pain. But I did have to take extra meds because I did 2 of these. They each used 7 colors and 2 cell activators plus some boom gel in the red, what they call, in Canada they call it unicorn spit. I don't know, I think I like this one better. It's cleaner. And even though the first one I lost all my cells, it has a cleaner edge and everything. Whereas this one has more cells and they're, you know, densely packed, but they're not very different in color. Okay, that's the whole thing. I didn't film the whole thing. That would have been boring. I'd have to speed it up, which I don't know how to do in filming. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you comment on this. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I hope it's still worth doing. I'm having fun, but I don't think I'm going to be just blooming and using pillow paint anymore. I'm starting to see that I can use blooming like techniques without all this extra paint. And that's what I'm going to be going for in the future. Plus, you know, some abstract and minimalist landscapes like my doctor asked for, which I guess he means he's willing to pay for it. Anyway, another close-up here. Maybe my sister might like this. Her birthdays. Got 2 sisters with birthdays coming up. I don't want to split these up, though. I was trying to make 2 of them. A diptych. I should have made 3. A triptych. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Love you. Thanks for your support. If you do like this video, maybe you'll see more. And I'll be encouraged to make more. Bye-bye.